If you know me even a little bit, you know that I am obsessed with movies. But more than movies, I am obsessed with movie posters. This room is a little minimal in terms of movie posters because I share this with someone, but my older room where I used to live alone looked like this. Each and every inch of every wall filled with movie posters, just like my life. Hello and welcome back to the channel everyone. Today's video is about my obsession with movie posters. We're going to be talking about 12 of my all-time favorite movie posters. But first, roll that intro. So what I'm going to do is, since it's difficult to list all the movies, all the hundreds of movie posters that I have in mind, I'm going to structure this video into 12 genres of movie posters. All these 12 genres have been created by me. They don't really exist. We're going to be looking at each of these genres and my favorite posters under each of those genres. Okay, let's go. Genre number 12. Big face, big text. I'm pretty sure you've seen a lot of these. After a point of time, this style of posters became kind of a joke and it actually came to be known as the Matt Damon template. Yeah, put some text over my face. This is not a fact, but I think that the first film to use the template very well was David Fincher's The Social Network. A really simple, really striking poster. One of my favorite things about a poster is the tagline. It seems like a simple task, but it's actually really, really difficult to capture the entire story, the energy, the soul of the movie in just a few words. And I think Hollywood films really do this well. And this film has a great tagline which deserves all the space that it takes up. You don't get to 500 million friends without making a few enemies. Perfection. Genre number 11. The hype beast. Now it's like a norm to have title look, announcement of first look, second look, motion poster, release date poster.
Stop it. Get some help.
There is so much effort to create hype that in the end you just lose interest of watching the film. You lose the hype. But in some cases, like once every 5 years, there comes a movie that itself creates so much hype. And the movie I'm talking about is one of the most hyped Indian movies of all time, maybe. And this first poster, it pretty much broke the internet. Pa Ranjit's Kabali, which showed Rajini in a way that we've not seen him in a very, very long time, playing an actually older man, playing this aging gangster in Malaysia. You don't really get to see this much detail in a poster of a Rajini film. It's generally just his face and that's enough to sell tickets. But this time with Kabali, designer Vincy Raj and Ranjit just went all out. Maybe you know the story, but Vincy Raj, who's the designer of the series of posters, is an advertising professional. He's a very respected designer in the industry, and unfortunately at one time, probably a year or two before the film released, Vincy had a car crash, and because of that he suffered a head injury and actually lost his memory. At the lowest point of his life, Ranjit went to him and said, "You should design the posters of Kabali," when Vincy didn't even remember how to design. He didn't remember how to use any of these softwares. But somehow he came up with the most insane poster campaign for any Rajini film. Number 10. The one without any characters. You know, posters like the ones of Alien, Arrival, Ghostbusters, the older Batman, Mean Streets, and the incredibly iconic E.T. My personal favorite in the genre of movie posters that do not feature any characters is of the movie that pretty much made my childhood. Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park. No stars, no fancy editing, just the logo of Jurassic Park, which is a character in itself. And once again, great, absolutely great tagline. An adventure 65 million years in the making. Okay, I hate to split genders into movie poster genres, but at number 9, we have the male protagonist. Most films we see are about men, and obviously, most posters also feature men. But some of the most iconic posters, some of my favorite posters also fall into this genre. Some posters are done really well. Like Tom Hanks, the park bench and the feather in the epic Forrest Gump. This cool blue badass look of Arnold in Terminator 2, straight out of the comic book video game universe, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, a super minimal representation of the not so minimal gangster Scarface, or this poster of Truman Show, which takes the happy, cheery face of Jim Carrey and then superimposes a million TV screens on it to give it a whole new meaning. I love all of these, but my personal favorite pick in this genre is a little bit different. It's this poster of Ashutosh Gowarikkar's Swades. On the surface, it just looks like a photograph of a guy in a boat, but if you think about it, if you consider the plot of the film, which is about an NRI NASA engineer who returns to his village in India and has this life-changing, life-transforming experience, that fish out of the water situation, that look on Shah Rukh's face, this boat and the people in it, which represents the idea of India itself, when it all comes together, it just captures the soul of the film so perfectly. It's really an unforgettable image for me. At number 8, the female protagonist. There are actually very few posters in this genre because obviously we make very few films about women. I've been hoping for that to change for a very, very long time, and maybe it's changing very, very slowly, but this video isn't about any of that. We're still talking about movie posters, so let's not deviate too much. Some of these posters are really sexy, some of them are just plain weird, and some of them are really haunting, like the moth on Jodie Foster's mouth in Silence of the Lambs. And if you actually zoom into the moth, if you look at the image, if you look at that skull, it's actually a picture, it's an old picture of a group of naked women forming a skull. Posters of Satyajit Ray films are also a mood, like Devi or Charulata, or another favorite film of mine, Mahanagar, which perfectly captures the life of a woman in the big city. But my favorite poster with a female protagonist might be a film that you may never have heard of. It's this 1974 Basu Chatterjee film called Rajnigandha. It's an extremely gorgeous hand-drawn poster which has the even more gorgeous Vidya Sinha on it. And I just love these classic vintage hand-drawn posters which actually deserve a separate genre itself, and that's why genre number 7 is the hand-drawn movie poster. Before film and then digital photography, which came and just changed everything, there used to be a time when artists and painters literally had to hand draw these big, larger-than-life movie posters. Most of these are classic Bollywood film posters like of Mother India, Devanand films like Guide and Johnny Mera Naam, of course Amitabh Bachchan films like Abhiman, Silsila, Dawn, Kala Patthar, Diwar. And the hand-drawn poster that I like the most is also not an old film. It's actually a film from less than 10 years ago. Using just brushstrokes of pink and blue, I love the entire poster campaign of Karthik Subbaraj's Jigardanda, designed by Tuny John. Suddenly, this unique color palette, this art form from the past comes in, and it's just so refreshing. And I remember how hyped I was to go watch the film just after seeing these posters. And number 6 is the love story. Let's admit it, creating a poster for a love story is one of the easiest as well as the most hardest tasks in the world. It's easy because you just have to take two beautiful people having fun together, or deeply looking into each other's eyes, or just making out. And it's hard because literally almost every romantic film is doing the same thing, which is why it's so difficult to stand out. Which is why my pick for the ultimate love story poster is this image of 1976 film Rocky. You might think that Rocky is a boxing film, it's a sports drama, but deep down, it's actually just a love story. It's about two deeply wounded people trying to fix each other's wounds and make a life together. And this image of this macho boxer walking hand in hand with the love of his life, and not walking towards us but walking away from us. It's so tender, it's so right in the feels, and every time I look at it, I just melt. Number 5, the plot as the poster. You'd think that it's really foolish to reveal everything about the plot before the film releases, right? And this is why this genre is really interesting. Designers and producers decide to very carefully but creatively capture the plot of the film, to give away the plot of the film without revealing too much. Posters like 127 Hours or Newton, which sees a man stuck in the middle of this circus called the Indian Elections, which in turn is inspired by another Satyajit Ray film called Ganshatru. I also love this poster of First Man, which is about Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon. And it's so lovely how the surface of the moon is forming the reflection of his space helmet. Or this poster of The Lobster, which is a dystopian thriller about a time where single people are given 45 days to find a romantic partner, or if they fail, they'll be turned into animals. But I'm gonna go with something different, which is the poster of this 2014 film called Court. It's about an aging protester who is caught in a court case for allegedly convincing a manhole worker to commit suicide. Look at how the poster reveals pretty much everything about the plot, right from the courtroom to the manhole to the mic to even the little cockroaches. Beautiful poster of an even more beautiful film. Number 4, the one with the multiple characters, or every Marvel film poster ever. And I don't know about you, but I personally like a little bit more experimentation, even if you have the biggest stars in the world in your film. For example, take this 50s style Ocean's 11 poster, or this hand painted epic Star Wars poster. But the one I love the most is right behind me, Tyagarajan Kumar Raja's Super Deluxe by designer Gopi Prasanna. You can obviously see all the characters, all the details, all the plot elements just flowing into each other. But I personally love this poster even more because of the way it feels. I think I can't explain it to you unless you get to touch the surface of the poster itself. There's a texture to it, you can actually feel the gold foil. And we actually sold the limited edition official poster on Fully Filmy. Even today, even after it's gone out of stock, people keep messaging me about how they'll pay anything to get this poster. But sorry guys, this poster is just priceless. Number 3, the color yellow. Another obvious fact about me is that I love the color yellow. You can see it in my channel logo. You can see it in Fully Filmy's logo also. I don't know, I think there's a certain energy to this color, and in color psychology, yellow really represents happiness and optimism and creativity. And in cinema, they use yellow in movie posters to easily attract attention. Whether it's Taxi Driver or King's Speech or this beauty of a poster of Little Miss Sunshine or this badass full frame poster of Uma Thurman in Kill Bill. I just love it when they use yellow in film posters, and that's why another all-time favorite poster is of this Tamil film by the same designer and the same director as the last one. It's of this 2010 neo-noir gangster drama called Aranya Kandam. It looks straight out of a comic book. It uses black and yellow as the only colors, and most importantly, it establishes the mood of the film just spot on. Number 2, the psychedelic poster. As much as I love minimalism, I just love it when sometimes designers just go a little crazy and just unleash the beast. I don't know what they were smoking when they made these, but I'm talking about posters like this one of Raj Kapoor's Bobby. This random film called Zehrila Insan, which I want to see just because of how crazy the poster looks. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, which exactly reflects everything that goes on in the film. Dibakar Banerjee's Love, Sex or Dhokha, which I still get nightmares about. But nothing, absolutely nothing comes close to this poster series. The posters of Anurag Kashyap's modern day Devdas remake, Dev D. Every single poster is full of sex, drugs and neon, and they're not trying to be trippy for the sake of it. I think they just perfectly capture the story, the mood, the energy, the color palette, the visuals, everything about the film. I was so obsessed with these posters at one point that I actually tried recreating cheap versions of those using my face. Yeah, sorry Anurag. And seriously, these Dev D posters could be my favorite series of posters of all time, but if I had to narrow it down to just one single poster, I have to move to number 1, the soul of the film as a poster. I don't even have any other references in this genre. Every time I think of this poster, I get reminded of that time in my life. I'm reminded of life right now, my place in this country, and the future of this country all at the same time. It does so many things to me that I don't think any other poster does. So my number 1 favorite poster of all time, of one of my favorite Indian films of all time, is this poster of Rakesh Om Prakash Mehra's Rang De Basanti. You might think like, what the this is just a regular poster of some topless dudes jumping into the sky, and it is. But just go and watch the film on Netflix if you haven't seen it already. Watch the entire film and observe especially this scene in the film's context, and I think you'll understand. This poster symbolizes freedom, rebellion, friendship, hope, loss, so many things at the same time. And if you actually ask me to close my eyes and just tell you one single movie poster from the top of my head, it'll be this. I honestly don't know how many people actually love movie posters like I'm talking about it. I don't know if it's going to relate to a lot of people, but personally, I had a lot of fun making this video because it's really fun talking about the things that you're absolutely obsessed with. And one thing that I'm obsessed with the most is movie posters. And I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. And whether you really love movie posters or not, I'm sure that you have your personal favorites in terms of movie posters. So tell me in the comments, what is your one favorite movie poster of all time? And yeah, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next Friday.